Alright guys, we're out here in Central Texas. We came down here to shoot the Total Archery Challenge, and luckily we got invited to come hunt some property for axis deer. It's really cool. This property right here is like a family farm, so they got fruit orchards where people come and bring their kids and they can pick their own fruit. But we're close to town, so there's a ton of deer here that have become a problem. But we're looking for a good mature buck or a good healthy doe for some good meat, so we're just gonna grab our equipment and climb into a stand. Two tripod stands right here in the cedar tree, or wherever this pine tree is. So we'll climb up there and get set up.
Good morning, good morning. I'm in a tree in the dark of Texas. I have no idea what my surroundings look like, but I have an arrow and we are urban axis deer hunting. We're literally in a city and we're hunting free range axis deer with our bow. So I don't know what to expect. I've never seen an axis deer in person, but I'm excited to try something out. kidding me? That was really cool. I hope they come back. That one buck, there was 2 really nice bucks. And something over here spooked him. I'm not sure what it was, but man, those are pretty animals. Their capes are just unbelievable. Those are my first axis deer that I've ever seen before. I drew back and then I was like, well, there's so many of them. I figured I'd wait a little bit, try to get them on camera, and then they just spooked out of here. So I'm hoping that they come back though. We'll see. Cross your fingers.
Alright guys, it's 8:15 and we're gonna call it a morning. We had some close encounters for sure. We got here at 6 o'clock and so we've sat a little over 2 hours and we had 2 really good opportunities on axis deer. There was 2 small bucks, and at that moment I hadn't really decided whether I wanted to shoot a doe or not, so I decided, well, not that I could have, I was shaken to death, but I really wasn't convinced I was going to shoot a doe at that time. But as soon as they left, I was like, alright. Me and Casey talked. I was like, yeah, I want to shoot a doe, I want to get some meat. Oh, and by the way, I went to get my bow this morning to get ready to come to the stand. Sight is broke. The sight was completely busted. So thanks Delta. You guys Delta Airlines, thanks for jacking the sight window. Yeah, I gotta get a new sight if I'm gonna shoot the Total Archery Challenge and hunt. So
it was a fun morning sit for sure. I'm kicking myself, but that's okay. So let me give you a tour of my tree stand. As you can see, is a ladder stand, and this tree is giant. I don't know what kind of a tree it is, but it is a huge tree. Pretty big canopy. Got the bow holder with the new Hoyt Pro Defiant setup. It's got a little pack stand, some treats. But we're gonna pull out of here. Hopefully we can come back this evening. If not, definitely give it another shot. There's a lot of white-tailed deer and then a ton of axis deer that came through today. Sounds like Eric and Casey had a few encounters, but no real big opportunities for like a nice buck. We'll shoot a doe just for the meat. So my whole thing with axis deer is I want, number one, to try to get the meat, because everyone that we've talked to in Texas has said how great the meat tastes. And then number two, I want the cape. Their cape is absolutely beautiful, and I'd love to get it tanned out and put it in the house, because I know my wife is gonna love that. Babe, you're gonna love it. Which one are you shooting? That one right there. I want the far left one. Right down at the end. Right there. Right? Yep. That's good, dude. Looked way good. I think she was going down right there. I think she just went down, dude. Dude, that was way cool. I was drawn back. It seemed like forever, of course, but just waited for a good angle. Right at about 30 yards. It's crazy down here in Texas. They're considered exotic, so you don't actually have to have a tag. But these are just free-ranging axis deer, so you can shoot a buck or a female. Eric just shot a really nice doe, so dude, we're stoked.
1-2 silent crew, bro.
1-2 silent.
Time to go recover the doe. Shouldn't have gone far, that's for sure. Well, it was a pretty fantastic morning, that's for sure. It's fun sitting in the blind with all three of us, but Eric made an absolute great shot on a doe first thing this morning. She was under that feeder and ran about 70 yards.
Yeah, 70, 80 yards.
Pretty deer, man.
They are pretty, guys. This is the coolest feeling deer I've ever shot. It's actually the first female or cow or doe of any type I've ever taken, and had to be patient to get a good shot, but got a good shot on her, and they're soft like a dog almost. It's crazy. So I really wasn't gonna worry too much about shooting a buck. We can shoot either or out here, and honestly I wanted the meat more than anything, and a nice like hide. So I won't have any antlers to keep, you know, as anything tangible, but I'll have the hide, and I'm gonna keep it with the fur on and keep that for the memories. But yeah, that was a good time.
Look how pretty these things are.
Definitely lucky just to have the opportunity to come out here and hunt these things. We really didn't plan on that this year, but thanks to Cody and the guys at Leading Edge Archery, thanks to those guys for giving us a chance to come out here and do this. That was a lot of fun. I'll be eating good too.
Some of the best meat you'll ever eat, I promise you. It's unbelievable.
That is the resounding conclusion that we've come up with since being here. Everyone we've talked to that we told we're going axis hunting said, man, shoot a doe if you need to, because that meat's amazing.
Is our last morning in Texas. Eric and I just climbed in the stand. We've been hunting the place that I started and saw those nice bucks. We went to a different area yesterday, so nobody's been here for a day and a half or so. It's been such a fun time in Texas. Our buddy Cody has just taken awesome care of us, literally chauffeuring us around all of town. Met a ton of awesome people at the Total Archery Challenge, and just had a really, really good time down here in San Antonio, Texas. So here we go. Awesome. It's my first axis deer. Man, they are pretty. They are so freaking pretty. I've been hoping to see a buck, but it just hasn't happened yet. First morning I saw him, but she presented me a great shot, and I watched her go down just right back here, so that's awesome. What a fun time it is here in Texas. I am so excited to A, see her cape, and B, get some meat. All right, let's go see if we can find my arrow. Go recover this deer. There is the big oak tree I was sitting in. Really great spot. There you go. There is the arrow. Looks like it'll be reusable. It's a good sign. Complete pass through.
Oh yeah.
Eric's been shooting these slick tricks the last few years with a lot of luck, so I picked up a set of 125 grains and did a good job.
Oh. She didn't make it far. Uh-uh.
25 yards maybe?
Yeah, wow. Nice work. Great shot.
Thanks, girl. Nice little girl. Man, their coat is so beautiful. I know we keep saying it, but it's hard to describe it. Like the texture of it, it's softer than any kind of deer, elk, or antelope that I've ever felt, for sure. And the spotting and coloration is just so pretty. That's gonna be a good eating deer. I'm so excited to cut this up and try it. People have described it as some of the best venison there is, more so than whitetail. Some people like it better than elk even. And these axis deer are grazers, so they just eat grass. That must help in the taste, but what a fun trip. We got to do a lot of stuff in a couple days. And again, we've met a lot of amazing folks down here that have brought us into their kind of wonderful world of Texas. It's a lot of fun. It's pretty, man.